And welcome back to Daily Wrap. Let's check in with the great Steve Malzberg and see what he has planned for tonight. Stevie!
All right, Joe. Last week, of course, on Friday, we had the exclusive with Donald Trump. In case you folks missed it, you'll hear most of it on tonight's show. Also, his new plan for immigration, spelled deportation. And Hillary, the classified emails now number up to 300 and more, and there might have been a backup server. All that straight ahead, right after the Daily Wrap at 7 Eastern. Don't miss it.
Lord of the Manor, Steve Malzberg. Okay, in the second quarter of this year, the legal and illegal immigrant population hit a new record, 42.1 million. The reason for the new record? Illegal immigrants surging into America. 740,000 additional illegal immigrants snuck into the states over the previous year, in addition to Mexico. Growth in the immigrant population was led by about 450,000 increase in the last year from countries in Latin America other than Mexico. One man pushing for immigrant reform, you'll never guess, Donald Trump.
We have to make a whole new set of standards. And when people come in, they have to come in.
You're going to split up families.
Chuck,
you're going to deport children.
Chuck, no. We're going to keep the families together. We have to keep the families together.
But you're going to keep them together out?
But they have to go.
What if they have no place to go?
We will work with them. They have to go. Chuck, we either have a country or we don't have a country.
That is the cleanest plane I have ever seen. I know it's private, but
you know
boy,
it's a nice plane.
That looks sharp. I got to get on that thing. Anyway, guys, obviously we have an immigration problem, but is it possible to deport tens of millions of people, Rick Unger?
Well, no, but I got to say, this is very funny. I was checking my Twitter account during the break, and somebody wrote that I've been asking for Trump's immigration policy for 4 weeks, and now I said that it's too specific. This guy is prescient because we hadn't even talked about immigration yet, but apparently I was saying that, but I'm about to ruin his day. Much of what Trump said in his immigration policy not only made sense, but is very much in tune with the country and what they think. The one part that unfortunately doesn't make sense and is out of tune with the country is the notion of sending everybody back and then picking and choosing who you want to quickly, or as he said, on an expedited basis, bring back here. Look, I think you're going to find that Americans are not going to react well to the idea of somebody knocking on the door of a household that's been here for 15, 20 years, brought their 2-month child over here, and they're rounded up and taken back. That little child's never known a different country but the United States.
What if they were born here?
If they're born here, you can't legally do it at all to that kid. You can send the family back, but as Mr. Trump said, he doesn't want to break up families, and I'm not surprised, you know. Donald Trump's not a bad guy. I don't agree with him on a lot of things, but he's a decent human being. He doesn't want to do that. So I think at the end of the day, he knows, we know, you can't do it. You can't pull it off. Not to mention the fact it would cost an estimated $200 billion to even try and do that. So the rest of his plan, though, I actually thought had a lot of merit to it and a lot of support from Americans.
Bill, what do you think the reaction is going to be to specifics now around this plan,
well,
particularly from the base that supports him?
I think that they are going to love this plan. I think that a lot of the points he makes are right on, and people have been saying them for years, and they've never had anybody else stand up and say it for them. So he's giving them literally a mouthpiece that they've never had before. The problem with the deportation is that we have all been complicit, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, in allowing these people to enter the country illegally and giving them a tacit okay to be here. So we have Rick's right, just strategically, we can't round everybody up and send them back. Plus, everybody knows somebody, probably plenty of somebodies, who are here illegally and whom they like and they know. And the minute they find out they're coming to get them, you know, there'll be a giant backlash. But the plan itself is great, and I love some of the points he makes about hire Americans first. This needs to be a country for Americans before it's a country for anybody else. It's a great plan.
Jonathan, I think every landscaping business in my neighborhood would probably go out of business if this plan came about. Do you think Trump would have been wiser to say, we want to send back every criminal illegal immigrant that's in the country instead of going for the whole enchilada
support, wouldn't they?
Well, I think so, and I think, well, I think that that's one thing that definitely should happen, no matter who comes in, is that anybody that is commits a crime automatically gets deported. I don't care if it's drunk driving, but here's the problem: you know, you enter the country once illegally, it's a misdemeanor. You do it twice, it's a felony. So technically, everybody's a felon. Let me just say this one thing. Okay. Along with that, you know, we have two problems. It's keeping the people people out and then getting the ones that are in that need to be out. And I want to propose, if you go to my Facebook, Jonathan T. Gillum, you'll see that I'm proposing putting bases along the borders as well as a wall.
See, now I want to compliment him, and you took all the time. He did one thing. Trump did one thing I really liked. All this stuff about making Mexico pay for the wall. In his plan, he said the way he would do it is by imposing additional fees on people coming over. That was really smart. That is the way to do it.
Wow. The plan is the sun. Everything is aligned. Rick is agreeing with Donald Trump's amazing. Anyway,
when he's right,
let us know what you think about
right.
Donald Trump's plan for immigration. Go to newsmaxtv.com/comments. Let us know.